Okay, today we are going to write a basic Java program, and I'll show you how to compile it and run it. We're going to start off with a file called test.java. I'm going to leave the file blank and just save it. When we go to compile this, we are going to compile it with the command javac test.java, and you'll notice that it comes back with no errors. When I look at the contents of the directory, you'll notice that there is no test.class file. That means that there was no content of the file, so there was nothing to compile. When I try to run the program, we get an exception that says that there was no class definition found. So I'm going to come back to my test.java, and we're going to add the basic components that we need inside of a Java program, which includes a public class, which has to be named the same as that of the file, in this case is test, and we need to have our main method inside as well. The syntax of the main method is public static void main, and it takes a string array as a parameter, which we typically name args. If we save this and compile that program, it compiles. When I look at the contents of the directory, we now notice that there is a test.class file. So when I run this program, I no longer get that exception, but I don't get any output. This is as expected. Since there was no code inside of the main method, there was no output to be expected. If we want some output inside of the main method, we can add a system.out.println, and we will output something here. I will have it output the string testing output. If we save this, compile it, and run it again, now you see that there was output. It says testing output after we run the program. Let's make our program a little bit more interesting than that. I'm going to change this output line, and we're going to create a variable called hourly wage. I'm going to give it a value of 20, and then I'm going to output the value of that variable. Let's save this, go through the process of compiling and running our program again, and now you notice that the value 20 was output on the command line. If I want to make this a little bit easier to read for humans, I'm going to add another print in statement in here after we declare the variable, but before we output it. And I'm just going to say that this is an hourly wage of, followed by a $sign. This will make it a little easier for us to read. And you notice now it says an hourly wage of $20. Let's do one more thing. We're going to output what the hourly equivalent is, what the annual equivalent is of this hourly rate. So we will say that this is per hour, and then show what it will equate to as an annual rate. To get an annual rate, we're going to take the hourly rate, we're going to multiply it by 40 hours a week times 50 weeks for the year. And then we will say that this is the per year rate, followed by a new line character. And we save this, and then compile it and run it. You see now it says an hourly wage of $20 per hour yields $40,000 per year.